Get ready for 75 minutes of donor requests. I've actually turned them off for today's stream, which is why we haven't received any of them yet. I've turned donations off. Impression of CTE Guru for getting e-rated donos. There's no donations. I've turned them all off for the stream. This is a no-dono stream. Thank God we love that all good. Yeah. It's not just because nobody's donating for some reason. For some weird, unanimous reason that they've given. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Normally they would have come flooding in by now. But yeah, it's interesting, boys. Thank you for the $1 kill. Alright, that's the fucking first username that donates. Thank you for the $5, JV165. I think if you fought right now, no training, you can make top 15 at heavyweight. I don't think I could make top 15 without training. Bidet would definitely fraud check me. But, you know, give me some time. I could take out Jamal Pogues. We are on top. Have you seen the way Kevin Vallejos has been tweeting recently, chat? Kevin Vallejos' Twitter game is unmatched in the UFC. Nobody's got a Twitter game like Kevin Vallejos. Yes, I tweet. It's not you, Kevin Vallejo. Shut the fuck up. What's he been saying? I wish Luke Riley was in the UFC already so we can beat him in England. We are going to war. This Saturday, we are going 2-0 in the UFC, motherfucker. It's so funny to see a fighter in prep. We will win the bonus on August the 2nd. I promise. We will be world champion. To all my supporters, we are going to triumph on August the 2nd. Dude, he's doing this day after day after day on Twitter. Fucking funny shit, man. We are going to be a world champion. Thank you for the $2. Allberg versus Reyes. UFC just announced it. Ooh, that's a good fight. I'm defo picking Fletcher over Inya. I'm signing with Rebecca, but he's off 2 back-to-back fights. Allberg versus Reyes announced for Perth. Sick fight. Thank you for the $2. Dude, we have to rally behind Sydney Sweeney in a respectful way now, dude. And Billie Eilish. I saw she's in trouble as well. It's all happening, boys. Allberg versus Reyes announced for Perth. Sick fight. Already read it. That's a good fight, though. For Perth as well, that's a good fight for Perth. It needs some help, so that's good. Because they can't have any title fights on there, can they? It's a fight night card. And he was, dude. He was a fucking marauder. Jerry Harris, folks. You seen what happened to Shavkat's family? No, I didn't see what happened to Shavkat's family, no. Thoughts on Shavkat's family news? I don't know what happened to his family. This better not be some fucking dumb horse racing joke or some shit, like. Stable condition after a car accident. 2 reported dead. They survived the crash. God bless him. Thank you for the $10. Hey, Guru. Hope your stream goes well. Also, hope you get less ill. What's the most violent UFC fight so far from this year? I can't think of all of the fights this year and what the most violent one was. Shit. Holland versus Rodriguez was a crazy fight. But it was very recently. So, I don't know, really. I really don't know. I'm just not sure. The most violent fight of the year. JDM putting that mustard on Bilal. He put that mustard on him pretty well. I can't think of anything else, though, man. One of the others as well. Just go with one of the others, mate, and just say that one's the most violent. I would say one of the most embarrassing performances was Edwards against Brady. He got fucked up by Brady. Watching the grappling sequences from DDP against Whitaker, Brunson especially until Chimaev very easily finishes DDP by DAS within 3 minutes. I don't see it. Thank you for the $5, dude. I really don't. DDP against Whitaker, Brunson. Yeah, you can't say, because they took him down. Everyone's going to get taken down by Chimaev. This is the flaw in this argument. It could happen. Listen, it could happen. Dude, everyone's going to be taken down by Chimaev. That's going to happen. That's just simply what's going to happen. You say, oh, Chimaev's so impressive for taking down Whitaker. Derrida did it. and held him down for nearly an entire round. Like, I know what you're saying, but to say, oh, look, DDP got out-grappled by them guys, yeah. Everyone's going to get taken down by Chimaev. You don't need to prove that. It's just, will DDP survive it if that's his goal? And I think he will, if he knows how to do that, which I think he does. He's going to be the biggest opponent Chimaev's fought. He ain't really fought a real middleweight yet. That's true. That's ranked, at least, before someone corrects me. Actually, if you want Jeremy Mearshart, I'm from Canada, and I'm... Thank you for the $5. Did you know DDP BJJ defense is not good? He gives his neck, and the way he tries getting up is not good. Rewatch the fights. Okay, but he won't try doing that against Khamzat Chimaev, will he? Thank you very much for the $5. Yeah, when someone's getting up against Derek fucking Brunson, they're not getting up against Khamzat Chimaev, so it's a little different. There's so many arguments for Chimaev winning. You're just making all the wrong arguments, like you have no understanding of the sport. Thank you for the $2 Canadian, Daniel. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $5, Jake Furman. Chimaev outstruck Burns, who struck Masvidal. Chimaev outstruck Burns, did he? Is that what you're suggesting to me here? I don't think so. I don't think Chimaev outstruck him. I don't think you can confidently say that. Who KO'd Till, who had DDP shooting desperation shots. DDP's cooked. All right, thank you for the $5, dude. Till, who had DDP shooting desperation shots, dominated him 10-8 in round 1 using 1 takedown attempt, and then finished him in round 3 using 1 takedown attempt. Both were 100% successful. Thank you for the $5. Impression of Tom saying, hi, Guru. I hate the way I speak with a blocked nose, dude. Thank you for the $5. I fucking hate this shit, man. Apparently, Chimaev is focusing on cardio. If he can keep the pace for even 3 rounds, DDP has no chance to last that long before getting finished. Thank you for the $5. Interesting. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if Chimaev focuses cardio, yes or no, chat, he will be diminished in other areas of his game. I met DDP at a meet and greet today in Chicago, and I asked him to do an interview with you, and he said he'll do one. Exclusive DDP interview. Who's asking him these questions? So Jack Gold MMA is getting a fucking Drickisti Plays interview, but you can't reach back out to me. He'll get it to me, though. You know what? After these people have told me that at a meet and greet, they told him to do an interview, and he said yes. I'm sure he'll reach out and respond to my message. So that'll go well. I'm sure. Dude, right now, Drickisti Duplessis chasing his phone down like a whitewater raft area. You know when you go whitewater rafting? He's like gallivanting after his phone, down one of those, like Jack Sparrow. Just trying to get the message back to me, but he's in like an eternal battle with trying to reach his phone. Yeah, I don't know about how that's going to affect Chimaev. I feel like it'll make him weaker in his first round blitz. Changing everything about the way you prepare just before a championship bout is interesting stuff. Drickus is still in PTA, so if you train with Sam C, it miraculously gives you insane cardio. I know. Thank you for the 13 months of membership. Don't make no sense. Sam Calavita is not going to magically improve your cardio. If he did, then every other strength and conditioning coach should be fired. If Sam Calavita is really going to make you go from gassing out after a round to fighting 5 hard rounds at the same pace, every other strength and conditioning person ever in the sport should be fired. Facts. After the US trip, thank you for the 5, Clipped and Yuri. Rooting for DDP, but we've seen guys that had cardio issues like Khamzat, and they typically address them easily. Diego Lopez and Ngannou, and even Izzy early. Diego Lopez showed cardio issues when he fought Dan Ige on short notice and lost the 3rd round. And Ngannou, even Izzy early. I don't think Izzy had cardio issues early. One of the earliest fights that you can remember where he showed off crazy amounts of cardio was the Gastelum fight, and he didn't really seem like he slowed down before that. And Ngannou's way of going 5 rounds and handling cardio was to not throw anything. Like, I agree with Chimaev being able to improve his cardio, but it's going to take him changing his style. You can't go that hard in round 1 and fight the rest of the rounds that clear. All of those people that you listed, Lopez, Ngannou, Izzy, they all adapted their style to work better towards cardio. They didn't do it because of some like different training method. Even though they might have done that, they all drastically changed the way that they fight. Diego Lopez stopped being a first round destroyer against Volk and was a lot more patient. That's why he went 5 rounds. Same with Ngannou after the Stipe fight. He just didn't fucking throw a punch at Lewis. That's why he went 3 rounds. Other than that, every other fight was a finish in the first 2. So I don't even know how you even declared that he had better cardio. You got mad when I said Gaethje is old head and Ilia and Paddy only fight old heads. But Gaethje is ready to retire and Paddy and Ilia are ducking Arman. They're not ducking Arman. Why'd you get so bitchy and loyal for those two? I don't. When Arman Tsarukyan's told by the UFC that he's not fighting for a title next, and he's also, and they UFC tell Ilia Topuria that Arman's not fighting for a title next, and then he whines and does nothing if he doesn't get a title shot next, that's Arman ducking. Whether you like it or not. Arman should have been called out Pimlet, hardline stance, title elimination bout, but no. Still crying like a fat fucking bitch that he is. Fuck Arman. I hope he gets fucking slept out cold and dies in the cage. Thank you for the membership. Will you address the ham sandwich allegations? What's the ham sandwich allegations? And don't call me a sicko as well, like I've done something. The same people wanting Arman to get a title shot are the same reason why the UFC has been lame as fuck. His #1 ranking means nothing. I know, if you ain't fought someone in over a year, if you ain't been in the cage, you ain't getting a fucking title shot. End of discussion. I agree with you, Gabriel. Fight someone. I agree. When's the last time Arman Tsarukyan fought someone? Give me a second. I know it was Oliveira. And that's a really good win at the time that he got it. I understand. Arman Tsarukyan's last fight was April the 13th, 2024. UFC 300. It is currently, we're coming up to UFC 319. Fucking pathetic, honestly. So fucking lame. It's 319 coming up. You know what I mean? He ain't fought since UFC 300, dude. Just fucking retire, you fucking ugly little fucking button-faced fucking... Hey, Guru, I think their counter... It's not leverage for Ilia to duck if the UFC has told him. Arman's not ducking Ilia. Ilia is not ducking Arman whilst in pursuit of Islam Makhachev, who left the division rather than fighting him. He's not ducking Arman Tsarukyan, who went to a split decision with Charles Oliveira, so he can knock the fuck out of Charles Oliveira in a few minutes. Who is Arman? Who are you guys talking about? A fucking close decision with Gamrot, split decision with Oliveira. Ilia's knocking people the fuck out and dominating them. I'm bringing up Arman like people are ducking him, dude. What are people ducking? The fuck? Dude, Arman's the real problem. But Ilia, you know, Ilia's ducking him to move up to welterweight and fight Makhachev if he beats JDM. But Arman, Ilia don't want nothing to do with that. But he'll step up and fight Oliveira up a weight class, knock him the fuck out in a few minutes. He'll defend against Max Holloway after his Gaethje performance, knock him out in 3 rounds. Come on, man. But Arman, he's ducking Arman. He's scared of Arman, though. Dude, he's terrified of Arman. Oh, look out, dude. He's actively pursuing and chasing Islam Makhachev and doing everything it takes to try and push for that fight. But dude, that's because he's avoiding Arman. He's avoiding Arman so he can take on the easy matchup, the layup of Islam Makhachev is what these guys are asking about. He don't want nothing to do with Arman Tsarukyan, no, guys. The guy who got wobbled and nearly fucking finished by fucking whatever his name was. That fucking guy whose name was just on my fucking head. That's the reason why I listed Arman doing it. But yeah, Joaquin Silva, I think his name is. People forget, man. Joaquin Silva stuffed the takedowns of Arman and fucking rocked his shit with a massive hook in the pocket and had him wobbled all over the place. Then gassed out going for a guillotine and then fucking got beaten up on the ground. But dude, Ilia... Ilia don't want Arman's problems. Fuck Arman, dude. Paddy and Gaethje don't want to fight Arman. Facts. If Paddy Pimblett was offered Arman Tsarukyan and nothing else and said this is a title elimination bout, he takes the fight. Simple as that. It's not everyone scared of Arman. Hatim, who's just been arguing Chimaev. It's you lot, man. It's you NPC hordes from the East. They believe in the same thing as you, maybe. I don't even know if Arman does. You got no fighters of your own, Hatim. We get it, man. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. You're making all the wrong arguments. It's all facts, plus I'm not Arab, I'm from the East. But I told you you're from the East. Thank you for the $2. It's not facts if it's a prediction, by the way. Thank you for the $2. They're not ducking Arman. No one's ducking Arman. Arman Paddy, October. Winner gets a title shot. The UFC has told Arman you're not getting a title shot. And the dude's cried for a title shot ever since. It's not anyone's fault but his. Seriously. If you would have fought someone by now, there'd be no discussion. If you would have fought... Sorry. If the professional fighter, Arman Tsarukyan, would have fought someone within the last 19 fucking pay-per-views. 19 pay-per-views. Because we've got UFC 319 coming up. And he was at UFC 300. If Arman would have got off of his fucking ass for the past 19 pay-per-views, for the past year and 4 months of time, and for anyone, there'd be no discussion. But he sat on his ass and done nothing the entire time. Because he's a bitch. Fuck him. Fuck Arman, dude. He ain't a fucking real fighter. Paddy said he wants Gaethje instead. Look it up. Okay, so he's calling out Gaethje thinking Arman's going to get the shot. Thank you for the $2. Dude, Hatim, you're listing that fighters have called out other fighters. Arman has called out Pimblett before. Pimblett has called out Arman before. Pimblett has called out Gaethje before. Ilia has called out everyone before. So what? There's a list of one point in history of someone calling out the other one. That's what fucking happens. Jesus Christ. This is what I'm talking about, guys, with these guys from the East. They're all bots. People from the East, there's too much population over there. They have no individuality. They're just fucking drones. Like hordes, like a fucking plague. It's insane. I told you about it, man. Dan Hooker called out Arman. Him and Paddy are the only top contenders at 155 that are fighters. Dude, Pimblett will fight Arman Tsarukyan. He will. Even if he says in an interview, he don't deserve it, and they're trying to shit talk Arman in that way and diminish him and call him a rich boy. If the UFC tells Paddy you're fighting Arman next for a title shot, then he'll take the fight. Simple as that. Impression of Tito serving death sentence a red onion? Well, just to correct you, it's a blood onion. Gaethje doesn't want to fight anymore. Gaethje don't want to fight anyone. Paddy wants only Gaethje. At least Hooker the only one with balls. Hooker versus Arman will be the next fight. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate that. I think if the UFC offered Arman Pimblett and Pimblett Arman, they would fight each other for a title shot. If they said that's what it was. This is in the UFC's hands. People are calling out the ideal matchup for themselves. This isn't a new thing in the sport. It doesn't mean they're avoiding and won't fight the alternative. Thank you for the $5. Unless you're Arman, in which case you ain't calling out any of them. And you're saying you want a title shot and nothing else. And Gaethje's doing that as well. I really feel like it should be Max Arman rather than Arman Paddy. Paddy has done well against his opponents, but what has his opponents done to make him so worthy of a shot? Dude, it should not be Paddy for a title shot. Nobody's asking that. But it shouldn't be Max Arman. Because Max just fucking went 5 rounds. Why can other humans vote the same amount of effectiveness as I can? I don't even vote, and you guys do. You don't even think. There's no thought in your dumb fucking head. Marcos Mosquia. Appreciate the $10, dude. Max just fucking went 5 rounds with Poirier. Don't start making Max versus Arman now for the winner against Ilia. We have Arman Pimblett. That's the fucking fight to make. Simple as that. Max Oliveira at the end of the year, and then do Gaethje versus Hooker. These are the ways to match up the lightweight division. Don't start throwing in it should be Max Arman. And let's have Arman wait until December until he fights in a title elimination bout. And then let's have Ilia Topuria wait until December to see who wins that. And then wait 6 months after that until July next year to defend his belt. Think in your head a little bit, you dumb, stupid fuck. Oil me up, Guru. No, thank you for the $5. Wait, women are actually crying about Sydney Sweeney's advert. Am I missing something here, chat? I didn't realize it was that deep. They're crying about it? Sydney Sweeney's been facing backlash over her American Eagle campaign. Critics argue that it degrades women. Ah, now it degrades women. Has alleged racial undertones, over sexualization. Ah, this is all a problem now. Lack of diversity. And being a right-wing dog whistle. Oh, shit. All it took was Sydney Sweeney to say blue eyes and blonde hair is good genes. He's not in chat. This isn't Kevin Vallejo's in chat. He's been in here for the past fucking few months. This isn't Kevin Vallejo's. Wicked fight. Funny the timing of that ad, division orchestrated. I know, yeah. But there ain't nothing wrong with what she said. She's just being proud. What did she even say? Eye color and hair color is like a genetic trait from good genes. And it's her wearing like good jeans. As in jeans. You know? I don't get it. What did he say? All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. This is Joey Swell. I truly hope all the people who I've inspired to do great things in their life pay it forward to help others and carry on a message. But no matter how much good you do, people just want a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. Thank you for your support. I'm done. Why are you fucking retiring because Twitter didn't like what you said? This is what I'm talking about with white people, bro. Stop trying to fucking be accepted, man. You aren't accepted. You're tolerated, dude. Just fucking be hated from the get-go and then you can never get cancelled. Yeah, I'm saying it's easy, dude. This shit's easy.